Bonjour, je m'appelle Greg Carabine. Oh, give me a second here. Too hot in this classroom. That's better. Bonjour, je m'appelle Greg Carabine et je me présente pour être réélu comme vice-président de l'Alberta Teachers Association. My name is Greg Carabine, and I am running to be re-elected to the position of Vice President of the Alberta Teachers Association. Before I get into my speech, I just want to thank my wife Yoko, without whom I wouldn't be here tonight, but I would have a full head of hair. For the past 22 years, I've been teaching chemistry and physics, and until being elected to Provincial Executive Council, coached football for Edmonton Catholic. Prior to my role as Vice President, I was the District Representative for Edmonton-McMurray and President of Edmonton Catholic before that. I have dedicated my career to working for the best interests of teachers for almost 2 decades. It may seem counterintuitive, but during first aid, you have to be selfish and think of yourself first. This is because, as a responder, you're of no use to anyone if you become injured or incapacitated yourself. Wait a minute, that doesn't belong there. Here we go. It may seem counterintuitive, but during education, you have to be selfish and think of yourself first. This is because, as a teacher, you are of no use to anyone if you become exhausted or have to take a medical leave. We need to take care of ourselves because no one else will. Then we can help our students. By taking care of ourselves, we are taking care of them. And this has never been more true than right now. As I travel around Alberta, delivering the Red for Ed donuts and spending lots of time online, teachers and administrators keep saying, we can't keep going like this. Something has to change. And they're right. We need to change. We have to set boundaries. We have to be willing to say no. That change requires both individual and collective action, even when the action leads to uncomfortable conversations with both colleagues and parents. We need to volunteer at a level that balances home and work, and that's different for everyone. But it is one of the few things that we can actually control. We need to not feel guilty when the expectations don't match the outcomes, when the requirements placed upon us are unreasonable. There will be times when great teaching can overcome inappropriate curriculum. It's not your fault. Collectively, we must continue to apply political pressure in between elections by contacting our elected representatives and running public media campaigns. We have the lowest per-student funding in Canada, subpar curriculum. We have the largest class sizes in Canada. We have a lack of classroom supports. We have a lack of representation on the AIMCO board, plus an inability to leave. And most importantly, we are bargaining. That is our battleground. Bargaining is where a union has its power. It's the only place that we have power. It is our opportunity to be proactive. We must be willing to say no if the needs of teachers are not adequately addressed. Nothing is going to change until we're willing to say no. Nous ne pouvons pas continuer à faire la même chose encore et encore et attendre des résultats différents. We can't keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Thank you for your time. I know how valuable of a resource it is.